I have so many bad ideas, but in my defense, most of them happen when I'm sober.
Oh, Uno reverse for me, friend. But yeah, usually when I'm gone, I make the worst decisions ever.
And I don't make decisions at all. And that affects me in bad ways as well.
Don't make decisions. Don't make decisions.
This is exactly where our paradigms are, though. You're that middle person in the tower, and we're on the opposite sides of the wall. Like, that tracks. Yup.
Welcome to the Streamless Podcast. Today with me, I have Renvi.
I got in trouble with my gynecologist because I kept telling her, welcome to my she shed.
Simon.
I'm very sober, but I can fix that.
I swear to God.
And I'm Cordelia. Bleep bloop, that's the soup. Anyway, how are you guys today?
I love how you had that locked and ready to go, but I'm like, what was she thinking? And you know what? That makes sense. That tracks. Okay.
It's a thing.
Yep.
Love it.
I had half a second where I thought, where did that come from? But I don't care.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's been a time.
Yeah.
I think we're all going through it a little bit right now. But that's okay. That's why we have the goofiness and our friendship.
Clink.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I had a.
I have a clink sound
More
effect
than
I
a
can put
drop.
in there later.
Hey.
Yeah.
Clinky clink.
Simon, what's up? You okay? Oh, your mic is not working. That's fun. It was working 2 seconds ago. What'd you click, dude?
Oh.
Oh no.
Hello?
Oh,
There we go.
there's something. There's some.
Hi?
You-
Am
Is it your-
I good
there-
now?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
there
good
we go.
now.
You were quiet for a second. What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
I just
Oh,
see
yeah.
the concerned face, and I didn't even screenshot it because I thought.
I was so confused.
Mm-hmm. You good now, though?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
I see. What you don't know is I had the Infinity Stones and I snapped them
Oh.
out and then back into existence. My hand is burnt to shit. But it was worth it.
That was
I
way
did-
less relaxed than I thought it would be.
I did threaten not to do it to you earlier. How was your summer bod for all of 3 seconds?
Yeah.
If only I remembered.
Oh. So,
I'm gonna.
how are we considered adults? When that's our
You know-
first thing, let's just Thanos snap everything.
Through no fault of our own,
I
we are
mean,
considered adults.
I'm at the point, and I love this talking point the more I think about it, because I'm literally about to be 35 in 2 months. And I remember being younger and thinking this was like a middle age kind of thing. And people had it together, or I thought they had it together. And I'm starting to realize
No.
everyone's just fucking faking it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm concerned because even now I go to an adult, right? Someone who's like got a few extra years on me, like 10 to 15. How do you handle this? And they'll give me advice, but guess what? They have no fucking idea.
Nope.
And that's terrifying.
Mhm.
Like,
Right?
that this is the cycle of life. It's just like, well, there's a bunch of dodos who just kind of like, maybe we'll walk off the cliff, maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And it's like, should someone like check to see if that? No.
No.
Okay, seems safe. All right.
I mean, adults are just kids with more experience, ain't it?
And money.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's
Yeah.
a problem.
That's how you get in trouble.
Yeah.
You don't get in trouble for
felt like
doing
dog
things like, not finishing your homework anymore. You just get in trouble for buying random shit.
I love that you say that. I love you so much. This is not a hit. But when we record, all I can see is straight into your room full of collection of shit. And I'm just like,
But
yep.
how much of this did I buy is the question. We're talking maybe 10%.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back.
Yeah.
Because mine is like 90%.
Yeah.
But lately they've been plushies, and it's really nice. They're very comfortable. But again, who let me have money to buy plushies?
I just want to buy snacks.
Yeah.
I mean, that too. But speaking of which, do you know what I couldn't believe that I hadn't done in so long. I hadn't bought like things like Pocky or bubble tea. I was like,
bubble tea.
When was the last time I did this? I bought it 2 days ago. But I was like, I was in this place with a bunch of teenagers, and I was like,
yeah.
And teens were working behind the counter, and I was like, I must be the old mom I think is getting something for their kid. Just like, I'm taking with the little popping boba, thank you. Stick the straw and walk away.
Look, in high school, I had one teacher, Miss Bills, science teacher of all things, and she was the cool teacher. Like, we had a couple cool teachers, but like, she was the cool teacher that, she dressed like us. She understood, like, I mean, they weren't called memes at the time, but she understood the memes,
Yeah.
and everything. So like, in high school, I was like, oh, I want to be like her when I grow up. Yeah, I kind of accomplished that.
I love that.
I'm like, okay, I understand it now. I don't know how old she was at the time. I want to say she was probably in her 30s, but I probably thought she was in her 50s because honestly, when you're in high school, anyone older than you is just old as fuck.
Old, yeah. And there's no in between. You're just old. Yeah. Oh yeah. I had
if
a
you're
similar...
above the age of 25 and you work at a school, you might as well just be 95.
Until you get that one teacher who is like, who is 25. And of course, they're attractive. And you're like, hi, mister. Hi. I almost said no, it was Mr. Herman. Okay. Mr. Duncan was the asshole. Mr. Herman, though.
Just coming for that Tussie. That teacher Tussie. Sorry.
Teacher Badusi.
Badusi, yes.
And that is the one reason I considered joining the softball team. Because he was the coach.
Funny. That's beautiful. Yeah,
maybe if I trip, he will have to pick me up in his big man arms.
Oh man, I'd have taken so many wipeouts. Like, we should get her checked for neurological disease. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh wait, she's still tripping. Oh, that's so weird. Oh wow. Oh.
After 15 times in the same.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, but all I could think it was like, so your teacher that was like Bills, that was like you guys. In college, I had a professor who was like a field professor who was around my height, looked very young. Really intelligent black woman, like really fun, but she also like, this is back when I smoked too. And so she smoked as well. And we always got in trouble if you smoked on your campus and you had to like be a certain grip away. And so she would huddle up with us, the fellow smokers in the class for the break and smoke, and like security would come by and be like, come on students, you gotta move away. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, yep. Just acted like she was a student and just kind of rolled with us. Like she's like she would like tuck her faculty badge in, like nothing that you would know that like she wasn't a student. And she was like, I'm about to get busted today. And I was like, I like your game. I like your style. Like you're out here like inspiring minds, but also CIA operative. I see it. I appreciate it. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, even it's funny you get saying like how you think you've achieved that now, and I was like, when I was little, I wanted to be everything, but mainly at one point in time, which is hard enough to believe, like I wanted to be kind of like a Stepford wife, and then I also wanted to be like I had these grand thoughts. I think because we had money problems as a kid, that I was like, I'm gonna be rich and famous and great and all this other stuff, but like now I just want to be Miss Frizzle. Like I just. am trending hard. Like I need to like have that astronaut collide and just make it happen, because like that is my ultimate lifelong goal right now.
Become Miss Frizzle.
Wanna... Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I want to be unique and eclectic, and I'm already science forward, so it's like in my career anyway. So it's like
you want a bust that can shrink.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
That'd be horrifying.
No, it'd be horrifying if you expanded inside somebody.
I was about to
You're
say
right.
if you're gonna be malicious about it, it would be terrifying. Honestly.
You could defeat Thanos
Yeah, I mean,
with that school bus.
all I kept thinking was the Thomas the Tank Engine where it's like, wah, wah. Just go through.
Dun 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh my God, I could come through like that. That would be amazing. But yeah, no, like I want her aesthetic. I want her fun, like dino earrings to go with her dino dress and her cool shoes. I want her like, everything she did, every single lesson, her outfit matched it. And I was like,
I know.
I was like, you're on point. Like, forever. Like, I'm sorry, I move over Betty White. I love you. But Miss Frizzle is like highest on my podium. Like, people. Like, yes. She's eclectic. She's fun. She's educated. Yeah. That's my champ. Yeah. But again, it's not an adult goal. I'm not sure how I'm considered an adult to be like, I want to be Miss Frizzle. You want to be what? Some people say like Maya Angelou and Nelson Mandela, and you're like, I want to be Miss Frizzle. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's wild that they're like, oh, once you hit the age of 18, you're an adult. Is there like some magic that happens on the eve of your 17th birthday that automatically changes you into an adult at 18? Like, what is the deciding factor there? Like, it's like, oh, you're 18, you're an adult. That's the hard line right there. I mean, I know it varies from country to country, but
yeah, and I think in the US I have such a hard problem with that because not because of 18 or the age in general, but because in America we can ship your ass off to war, but you can't
you can't rent a
car or drink alcohol. But by all means, go and get smeared across some other, plane over there. Like, no big deal. And I'm like, and you can't send soldiers like pornography. I'm like, first of all, this seems inappropriate. Number two,
wait, I did not know that you cannot send soldiers pornography.
You cannot. No, we had two friends. We had Kyle and we had Jeff. We were both in the military. And we sent them care packages a lot. So from Detroit, we like the Faygo, the chips, the Better Made chips, and different things that were Detroit made. Yeah. To give them things of home, right? So, and we were like, oh, maybe we'll slip you one. They're like, absolutely not. I will get at. They go through the mail and they'll remove it and they'll yell at you. Like you can get cut off from sending packages to them. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, so the fact that you can go off and die, not have porn. Now it's easier because, kids are already singing at like age 10. But like you couldn't, let's be honest. I mean, you couldn't get that. You couldn't get alcohol. You couldn't, rent a car. You barely, maybe if you got sent off before 18, you couldn't buy a pack of smokes. Like, because some of them they'll sign up for like 17 to 18, the ROTC, and it's like, and they're just gone. And I'm like, I can't imagine.
No.
I can't imagine. I'm so thankful I was born a woman because I then didn't have to register for any draft.
You can't have... What are you going to do at war? Like, everything's so depressing.
Yeah.
You can't have porn. What are you going to do? Masturbate to the tactile touch of the tent?
The alliteration there was gorgeous.
And all I could think of was your, like, 269... curtains.
Right? Oh, baby. Oh, the nylon on this bitch.
Yes, that's all I can think of. But
I love that boogery green.
Yes.
See, I wasn't sure if that was green or if it was just like black curtains with a weird tinge to it because of the way you.
No. These are. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
These are black. But I'm feeling like at the army tent, like, oh baby. Oh!
That's beautiful.
Meanwhile, the rest of the platoon is just over there like, Jack, are you okay?
No, he's not.
No. Ever since I went to war, I come home with some weird fetishes.
Could you imagine? You're like
came home and changed.
You're like you've rented a lady of the night, and you're like, I need you just to wear this tarp. Don't worry about it. It gets me hot.
I need you to put on the CD of wind sounds on a tent and wear a tarp.
Yeah, and there's gonna be sand everywhere. Don't worry about it. I'll pay you extra. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if that is your kink, though, nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it's not hurt.
I mean, that literally only hurts yourself if you do it wrong.
I was gonna say you're not hurting anyone else.
Asterisk.
But it's not. But it's not our thing.
Right. We don't kink shame here.
No.
But, take care of yourself.
King shame, we judge.
Oh no.
I respect your choices, but I will judge in silence.
maybe. Courtney's like, no, and I'm like, maybe.
No.
Maybe. No.
No.
Oh,
No. Hi.
silence. All right. No, but like legit, so like back to the whole adult thing. Like, I swear to God, who figured out how to do taxes? Who figured out how to balance checkbooks? Who figured out how to like cook, clean, budget, apply for a apartment, a car, schooling, a bank account, social security card, or whatever you have to have in your country, like something for identifying materials. How did you find out how to do all this stuff and pay taxes and whatever you have to do? Like, I feel like none of that happened. You just kind of fell into it, you know? You were like, oh,
Nope.
okay. This is part of being a human in this country? Cool. What happened to McDonald's after school? Oh, this is sad.
Oh man, I really wish I'd listened in that algebra now.
Yeah, no, fuck that class. Seriously, to this day, I've not used that one bit, you know? And honestly, people who are like, oh, you can't do it without calculators. Like, dude, Microsoft Excel exists. Like, first of all, like, I don't even want to hear your... No. I
Can
will
we
do
just
it on
agree
here.
at the
It's
collective
faster.
L that every teacher took when they went, you're not going to be walking around with a calculator on you at all times, are you?
Yeah, but they couldn't foresee smartphones.
First
you
of
know-
all, mic drop.
Look, I feel like that's a them issue. They made a statement and they were proven wrong.
Yeah.
You go back
my
to
God.
like your 4th grade math teacher, like 4th grade teacher, whatever. We changed classes for like the core classes, you know, science, math, and we didn't switch for English. What was the other? Social studies. And, you know, go back to your, whoever taught you math in 4th grade. Knock, 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 you know. Opens door. Hello? Because they're like really old by this point, right? And you
They're at
just
least, like,
smash
50.
the smartphone into their face like, bitch, you told me I needed to learn this because I wouldn't have a calculator. Fuck off. Just leave.
I think
Poor
you
teachers
literally-
like down on the ground twitching.
I think you literally just quoted a piece of what should be a new episode from Rick and Morty. Just post up, bitch, wham! It's like, what? Back through the wormhole. It's like, yes. You can imagine, like, I need your shit, okay? I need your abacus. I need your bullshit, okay? Look at this. Look at this. It's a supercomputer in my hand. Like,
In my hand from the future.
Yes, that would be great. They're just like, why are you hitting me in the head? What the hell is this? Kids are still passing manual notes to each other across the tables.
The whole thing about paying taxes, though, there's like, it's a well-known argument that like we should have been taught about taxes and shit in school.
Yeah.
None of y'all would have listened.
No, but
I
at
mean-
least
We would have learned fucking nothing.
But at least the possibility of learning it was there. You know, that then we wouldn't be so
I-
angry about not knowing how to do taxes because we would have had a class that was like, yo, this is how you do it. If we didn't pay attention, that's our own damn fault. You know?
I still remember the quadratic equation, and I don't need to use it ever. So I call BS on that because I know about the mole in chemistry. Like, I know about things that I got. So, nah, fam. I think I would have listened because my mind would have been like, wait, I can get money back? How do? How do? Because, come on, right? Like, this year we will not get any money back, which is why I'm waiting until the last fucking day to mail in my check. I'm like, oh yeah, April 15th? Yeah, you're going to get it on April 14th. Enjoy. Yeah. No, I'm like, but like, also knowing like what are discounts and what are this and what are that and like the changes and like I feel like we still kind of aren't taught. Like in America, we had the Affordable Health Care Act go into place a couple of years ago, and that changes the taxes and penalties whether you have health insurance coverage or not. And that's a whole separate tax thing, let alone anything that changes in the state of Michigan, where we're at. Like,
Right.
you know, and each state has their own thing, and some of them have income tax, state income tax, some of them don't. And it's like, no one's the same across the board. So, like,
Right.
even if, like, we moved, like, to one of the states we were visiting a little bit ago, like, it would be different there, too. And, like, just in general, like, here, you go and you renew your license and, your license every 4 years, I think it is, and your plates on your car every year.
Well,
That's it.
Yeah, you get the tabs every year, but every
Yeah.
10 years you need to get a new license plate.
plate. Yeah.
Because in Michigan, we use salt on the roads instead of like sand or something. So it kind of erodes everything.
Yeah. Now,
For
Like,
snow.
for snow?
For snow, yeah.
yeah, for snow.
Oh, we do that here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys don't
So-
get the amount of snow we usually do.
Yeah, we
No.
get a lot.
Yeah, so the salt just kills everything.
Now, in North Carolina, you have to go in and take your car in every single year for an inspection.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just get your tags renewed. So, like, something as silly as that, like, between one state to the next state, like, it's so different. And I'm just like, how do people know how to do this shit? Because, like, you know, and, like, what if we go to a state that requires a license plate in the front and the back? You just drill your own holes? I don't know how that works. Like, we had a serious conversation. Like, do we? Because I will fuck it up. The license will be sitting like this the entire time. 'Cause I will not know how to do it.
Something crooked.
I'm like, it'll be okay, maybe. You know, like, hey, how's it going, cop? I don't know. So, like, it's just little stupid shit like that. And it's like, okay, like, generically speaking, to get an apartment anywhere is kind of the same regulations. Get a house is kind of the same regulations. But like, little bullshit stuff like that is just like, okay.
You were talking about crooked license plates.
Yeah.
Nothing about license plates, but my husband is the worst person to ask to hang a shelf. Flat out. Like, he can use a level and still fuck that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I love him dearly. But I'll walk, like, he'll hang a new shelf down in the basement or something. I'll walk down there and go, yeah, that shit's crooked. And sure enough, he's like, no, it's not. I'll take the fucking level and put it there. And it's, you know, the bubble's just left of center or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's like, that's fine. I'm like, look, you know me by this point. You know that's going to bug the shit out of me until you fix it.
Oh my god, that's like Nate when it comes to like, I there's few things that I'm like, please be like the strong man for, like, please be the manly man for, and it's if there's a spider, please just kill it, like a spider or a house centipede, one of those things like a little puff of dust, they have 1,000 legs, kill him, just like straight up dispatch,
Yeah.
like I will let a ladybug go. Like, I don't care. I've had one that's been crawling around my ring light for the last 2 days. And I'm like, aren't you tired, sweetheart? Like, you know, I don't care. I'll let it be. There could be a spider right here. And I'm like, Nate, kill it. And he's like, ah. It's clearly a gap away from the spider. And then it's like, ah, see ya. And I'm like, and I just, you ever have your brain just melt and you're like, oh god, because then after a while we can't find him, right? And now I'm like, I can't go to sleep because all I can assume is that he's gonna crawl on my face. My thought is always crawling on my face. I don't care where he is. Usually it's an arm or something like that. But like if they ever touch me, but I assume face. I've only had one time where I went to go brush something off on my face and it was there, and I had a like absolute mental breakdown. But I'm like, how are you not killing the spider? Or how are you not like, and then like just doesn't have like the aim. I'm like, do we need to get you like checked out? Like, are you okay? Like every time you're letting these guys go, and then on top of that, he'll just leave something that's like not crooked, but like here's the ledge of something, right? And like,
I'll put it right at the edge.
Ugh.
and I'm like,
You don't do that shit if you have cats.
You don't do that. He married a cat. You don't do that if you have, me. I'm just saying. And I was just like, between that and then also just walking without looking, I swear to God, he's a Bethesda NPC. I don't know. He'll just run into a bunch of chairs and just keep going. Like, he's fine. And I'm like, did I marry is that you? Is that you?
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay. I need you both to stop it. We're gonna send you both someplace to fix that. Get some
Just
software
walks around
update,
all
get a patch. And I'm like, how do you keep? And he doesn't realize it, but I'll hear him walk through into the bedroom. And he'll like clunk, clunk, clink, clunk, clunk. I'm like, are your toes bleeding? Like, what is happening here? Like, oh, that's what I'm just like, okay, this is fine.
Just walks in 90-degree angles in a very stiff manner. Whenever you enter the same room as him, he goes, "Greetings, adventurer." And then keeps walking.
Keeps walking. And I'm waiting for him to just keep doing his whole walk thing. I'll just be like, can I help you?
Just shuffling in place.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Until I took
What
an
are
arrow
you
to
doing
the knee.
here? This is my house. Greetings. I'm just waiting.
Just
repeat the
going
loop.
through.
Yeah.
Just
Just
all
all the
last
possible lines, right? And it's like, I'm like, are you okay? I don't.
Like a fucking worker orc in Warcraft. Work. Off you go then. Work. Quickly now. Work.
That's who I married. Yeah, kind of. And I'm like, I just want to find where the access panel is for the software upgrade. Like, I just want to, some firmware updates. There's some shit that needs to be routed off. Like, where's the chip?
Yes.
Gosh,
That's fucking good.
I
I like Nate.
Hey,
He's a good
he's your
boy.
nipple bro. So
Yeah,
He's my
the
nipple
nipple
bro. Memory brother.
It's so funny. Whenever I'm like, Simon's on, he's like on the way in, and I'm like, you're not even camera yet. Like, just wait till you get camera. I'm like, are you warming them up for the again more NPC behavioral tactics?
Look, it's the party tits. They start going.
party tits.
Thank you for that. The party tits. Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Would you calm your tits? This one will, but this one's my potty tit. And it must dance.
I can't.
I don't even know what those are called, so I know exactly what you...
Yeah. I was like, you'll get it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Woo!
Yes. Everyone out there like Madonna. Like a virgin. Yes.
Fucking traffic cone tits.
Yep.
Yep. Most
You'd stab someone
definitely.
to death with it.
Yeah.
Moida.
Moida.
Murder by tit.
I can't.
What a way
Wait,
to
no,
go.
actually, I probably could. But I'm like, if I... Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could.
That's
Yeah.
good to know. Good for reference. Thank you.
And for legal purposes, no, I can't.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Asterisk.
That's really asterisk.
Yes. No, it's so I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of hungry. What are your what foods do you guys crave? What's your go-to food? To pivot.
Oh, yes.
Is that like food that we just get or food that we just really want?
A bit of both. Like,
Both, yeah.
I would say go-to foods are like the ones that you never really get sick of, but like your craved foods would be like the ones that every so often you're like, oh, I could really go for blank.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm happy we have a distinction because there's definitely two different
Yeah,
categories.
yeah, yeah. It's important
I'm
too.
Stuff I will never get sick of is pizza.
Yeah.
There's so many different types of pizza. Pizza? Pizza.
Pizza.
Yes.
You pulled a
Yes.
me on that one.
Yeah.
Yes. I do love me a good pizza.
A pizza.
Be it in a sandwich form, or in a regular form, or in a deep dish form, or in a layered form. I love layered pizza.
Have you ever had a Chicago deep dish pizza style?
Well, based on the fact that I am not in Chicago.
But I so
No.
no.
I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I might have.
So
It's
thick.
basically like you take a high-sided pan, usually round, sometimes square. Doesn't really matter. It's a really thick crust. And then you kind of put like a layer of sauce and like all of your toppings. And then you put a layer of cheese and then you cover that in sauce. And it takes like an hour to cook. And it's basically like pizza lasagna. Like, honestly.
I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, until you said like cover the last bit with sauce, I was like, yeah, that's what we call a deep pan.
No, but it's like basically lasagna in pizza form without noodles.
Oh,
It's like the ultimate heartburn maker, but like it's good.
Yeah.
There's a
sounds
place,
good.
was it Giordano's? That's like well renowned for having that Chicago style pizza.
I
I
don't.
think it's how you say it. I can't remember, but
I
they
don't
just
know.
recently opened one in Michigan
Did
in
they?
the last couple of years. Yeah, that's like that. That's from the actual place in Chicago, and it was like,
it's not just a pizza. It's the short. No, that's all I heard.
oh no, but it's so good.
What about your craved foods though, Simon?
Yeah.
Indian and sushi.
Those are good ones.
I
Those are good
could
ones.
I could murder for sushi.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, that is not a joke.
We're pulling out all the legality stuff this week.
Fucking
Right.
oh, if I could just have me a 70 piece of sushi, I could annihilate. I could do
Say
that.
7-0.
Yes,
7-0.
I have done that. I have done that.
Oh God. Okay.
It took me an hour, and then I went for snacks.
Yeah, I would be in the ER for bloat. But okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God.
Dear Lord.
God, I love me some sushi.
That like just
Yes.
thinking about that, I'm like, okay, that'd be good, but holy shit, I would probably die.
Yeah, I'd be so sick.
Yeah, more than likely.
so
I'd be happy.
What about you, Quartz?
Oh,
What are your go-to and your craves?
Okay, so I am always down for Taco Bell. As weird as that sounds, Taco Bell is like one of my safe foods. Like I can
Yeah.
just eat it. Same thing with it's a local burger joint called Braze.
Oh yeah,
Braze, I could always just go for a couple of their sliders and some chili cheese fries. Yes, so tasty. Anyone in the Metro Detroit area knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But as for craved foods, any fresh baked bread,
Oh yep.
definitely one. Stuffing, or as some people call it, dressing. Like that's also, but then again, that is bread based as well. You see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Bread.
Yeah, basically just bread, but not like a loaf of bread. Like if I'm craving bread, you don't just sit me down in front of a loaf of bread. I will not just numb on that shit. It's got to be like pita bread or bread from another local place called Angelo's. Or like,
Oh, you did not mention Angelo's bread. God damn
no,
it.
you're probably
Yes.
thinking of Antonio's, but I'm talking
Oh,
Angelo's.
I am thinking of Antonio's.
Yeah.
Ooh, gosh, you got me. Okay.
Yeah, Angelo's is a family-owned place.
Okay.
Potentially connected to the Italian mob, but we're not sure. But they have damn good food.
You know what? That's the place to eat at. There you go.
And we're in good with them. They love us. They love us.
Nice.
They know us by name. So if the Italian mob ever tries to take over southeastern Michigan, we're set.
Nice. Yeah.
See, I've never had Taco Bell because it's not a thing in Denmark, which
Right.
it should be. Listen to me, Taco Bell, please. I need to try.
Yes.
The amount of times I've been spending looking at their menu, though.
Why does that not surprise me?
That's like going to the gym and watching food TV. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, just close the tab. Close the tab.
Insane.
Close the tab. Close the tab.
But...
Close it.
Okay.
Close it.
Look, when I used to go to Planet Fitness shortly after I was diagnosed as diabetic, never failed. At least 3 of the TVs in front of the elliptical machines or the treadmills were on the Food Network. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Look,
Is
I
it
have
like
that kind
the
of
dangling
negativity in my
carrot?
life.
Is it like the dangling carrot in front of, the horse
No,
trying to
that-
get you to go
that just-
faster? Like,
That just seems cruel.
I
yeah.
don't understand.
I mean, I won't judge. That sounds like something I would do.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Just-
watch me put on Gordon Ramsay once I get an exercise bike for inside. Just sit there looking at him making food. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
Pretend he's yelling at you and not the people.
Yell at me, Daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Daddy Ramsay.
God. Wow. Wow.
God, I hope he never hears this episode.
I think we're probably safe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Renvi, what about
yeah.
you? Because, yeah.
I would say like my go-to foods. It's either like something very heavily like healthy veggie based. It could be anything in particular because meat doesn't sit well with me.
Mm-hmm.
But on the opposite hand of that is Dino chicken nuggies. So like it's
Yo.
either like stupid healthy or it's like just downhill from here. And that's and then grilled cheese is like my absolute favorite thing in the world. And I found
I
out
can
you
make
can
you
air
some awesome grilled cheese.
Yes, please. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Please. But I found you can air fry grilled cheeses now, and that's a whole different area I'm gonna have to work into. So I'm pretty excited about that. But like craved foods are, I mean, I have to tell you, it's gonna be damn near on the head with what Cordy has because we're not supposed to have those things. So,
Mhm.
but the piece de resistance for me is I love fettuccine alfredo. I
Ooh.
love
Must Google.
fettuccine alfredo. So like if it was in front of me, I have had times when I've snacked on something and I've literally yelled out to anybody in my periphery, please come take this from me because I will eat it. And I already have a semi-eating disorder where I don't eat enough every day anyway. But when it comes to like things like that, I will polish off an entire pot.
Is
And
that with bacon and chicken?
No, that's carbonara. Fettuccine Alfredo. But like it is just, I'll just inhale it. That or spaghetti.
Mhm.
I mean, I can inhale spaghetti like
Nobody's business.
no business.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the noodle sauce ratio. It's
Mhm.
just like, yeah. Yeah, but those are I think about them all the time. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
You know, for fettuccine alfredo, there's another local place called DeLuca's.
I
that-
haven't heard of that one.
We've gotten takeout from there because, we recently moved more towards the area that it's in.
Mhm.
So, like, takeout is actually feasible. But, we moved during the pandemic, so we're not going to go sit down in the restaurant and eat, right? So I ordered one time fettuccine alfredo from there. The fucking, like, size of the takeout dish was, like, bigger than the size of my head around and, like, an inch and a half, 2 inches deep. I'm like, this fucking thing will feed me all goddamn week. And it pretty much did. I think it was, like, 4 servings for me. I was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
See, fellas, all you need is about 2 inches. That was so worth it for the reaction from Wendy. The actual, oh, holy mother, just leaning up the wall.
I don't know what I'm more mad about, that or the fact that she said it filled her for a week. And to my mind, put them both together. And I'm like, God, I hope not. God, I hope not. God, I hope not. I hope not. No. Is it bad that when I think of when people make those like 2-inch jokes, my mind just goes to, is that what Danny DeVito's rocking? Because he's just kind of a tiny guy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like that's Danny DeVito. I'm like, hey, what's up? You got Danny DeVito? Nah, yeah, you got Danny DeVito.
Oh, poor Danny DeVito.
I think he's doing just fine. He doesn't give a shit about what I say.
Look,
oh God.
I mean, I will admit,
Trash man.
Danny DeVito's a national treasure. Honestly,
Yeah.
he just leans into, you know, just the strangest roles, and I love it so much, so much.
Mine's so weird. With that,
So 2 inches.
stop it. At that point, just pack up and go home. Like, don't even. It just no. You need to bring enough to share. Okay, go home. You're like, oh, okay. Zip. Walks away. I want to say zip, but you don't wear pants when we record this, so it's like, yeah, you're welcome, chat.
Or are you today? Can we have a pants
Me?
check?
Yeah.
Can we have a pants check?
I just said you're welcome, chat. Like I'm in the stream right now.
Hey!
Oh, hell yeah. He's actually wearing pants.
I am fully dressed.
I am disturbed. This is the first time I think you've ever been fully dressed.
I was going to say,
Usually
this is where we
you're
break the fourth wall and like, yeah, no, I am usually only dressed from the hips up.
Yeah, you're usually in your skibbies. I'm like, oh. Or Winnie the Poohing it. I don't know. No, I forgot what I just started. Oh, God. No. No. Put your symbiote back. I don't want it. Jesus. I'm gonna hard left turn here real quick and talk about work, because that's always everyone's favorite subject, and it's Sunday, so tomorrow is some more work. But like,
Oh, I did not need to be reminded of that.
I thought you said
Shush.
Yeah. So I just said to Tachi, because I had something recently that I was like, really? Okay. Like management, like feedback for me has always been like such an anomaly where it's like, okay. And like the boss I have now has just recently had, like, me and my colleague are her first direct reports ever. So she's a new manager in that sense, but she's been managing projects and things like that for years. Just not necessarily people. And so her ability to like give feedback on things is kind of almost skewed, because at the same time, whenever we're talking to her, because she knows so much, she has such a brain trust of like information, she's lovingly known as a squirrel through various messages on Teams and on WhatsApp between coworkers. It's like, oh, I'm gonna meet with Squirrel, and Squirrel is like, she literally just goes, she'll just got it, cool. And it's almost like Miranda Priestley in Devil Wears Prada, where she just rattles off all this stuff to Andy, and Andy's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And so like she had this feedback the other day, and she goes, yeah, listen, like your bubble was on red, and then you had a little bit of do not disturb. Doesn't look so good that you're like, you know, unavailable to be reached. And I was like, I had it on yesterday and today for the lists off 8 things you told me that are due 3 weeks ago that you gave to me yesterday. Well, I think you had sometime last week. I was like, no, I had it yesterday and today. Because if I get another ping or email, my mind is going to, woo! I need it to be left alone to get the work done. That's it. I said, there are going to be times where you will see me on red. You're going to see me on Do Not Disturb because you know what? You've given me something to do and I need to get it done. I said, but it's never blocked you out. You're on the rules to always message me. Like, if you need me, get a hold of me.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can tell me how to reprioritize these with unmitigated disasters in between each. Like,
Right.
but it's just one of those, like, we need to talk to you about being busy. You gave me work to be busy.
I am busy.
What do you want from me? And I was just like, I swear to God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that face. That face.
Yeah. You guys had any hot shit, bullshit management feedback where you're just like, get out of my face. Like, go waste someone else's time with this.
I mean, back when I worked, not at my old store, but at my old workplace, which was a different paint store chain, we would often get the district manager, someone from the head office, and was like, yeah, we want you to do these things besides, the general upkeep and the cleaning and the taking care of the customers and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to do all this, and we would always go like, right, when?
Right,
when do you want us to do this?
Right.
Well, between customers, we are doing bullet points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then you'll have to do it before you open. Before we open, there's a 20-minute getting ready thing we have to do. Unpaid, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Listen, that would be the first, like, fade into existence. Like, unpaid. I think not.
We would be paid exactly 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after opening hours. But the things we needed to do would always take longer. Like, we have all of this shit we need to do. Well, then I guess you need to do it faster. And I did lose my shit. One of our sales managers. And just went, when have you ever been in one of these stores? When was the last time you stood in one of these stores as a salesperson? Well, I was hired as a managing position. Like, exactly. You have no idea how long shit takes. Get into a store, be there for a month, come back to me when you're done, right? Okay. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's the most Gordon Ramsay-esque response. Like, okay, cheers. Bye.
Like, dude put up a sale for, like, woodwork stuff. Like, staining for the outside of your house.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, 50% off with like 5 liters of this shit for like half the price. Oh yeah! He's also the one in charge of making sure that we get it.
Inventory?
Yep.
Ugh.
And that it gets delivered to the stores. Which means he has to make sure it's in stock on the fucking big ass place.
Yeah.
Now that didn't happen. Like, oh, you want to tell me how to do my job? You can't fucking do your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same man who came to me 2 days before I quit. And went, yeah, I need you to work overtime today, like 3.5 hours. And I went, well, obviously you're going to pay me for it. Well, no, I figure you could take a day off. Down the line. Day off! My last day's on Friday! Because he was picking me up because it was like in the other end of Copenhagen.
Yeah.
At a different store they needed me. Like, you can drop me off right here. Or you can go to the site and park, send me a text so I have it in writing that I will be paid for my time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can drop me off and you can go and do it.
Yep. That is the correct way to handle things.
Like, who the fuck goes like, yeah, we'll add it to your vacation days?
What
3
vacation?
days before someone stops.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it and I'm just imagining Simon's like internal part, like his internal inside out person is like the audacity. Like, how dare? Like, I'm sorry. You said, I can just see you having a moment being like, I know he didn't just say 3 hours. Unpaid? No. like all the little last little nerve endings broke, and there's one just sitting there vibrating I swear to God, make it Monday. Make it Monday.
Just like,
yeah.
I know you didn't just say what I think you said.
Yeah. You're like, okay, cool. Yeah.
It's like a great idea.
Which does kind of run to the next kind of conversation, but employee appreciation.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Oh my God, or lack thereof, because I'm so sick of the fucking high five pizza parties. I don't want your pizza party. I don't want your shitty Little Caesars, which is a chain here in Detroit. I don't want your $5 dough with some spit on tomato sauce and a sprinkle of cheese. I don't want it. I don't want your mugs that you've mailed to my house that say, "Oh, you're a star." I want the money. Want the money. Show me the money. I don't understand. I have knickknacks for days from the last couple of jobs I've had, and I'm just like, the amount of items I have from the last position I worked. I mean, you probably saw it when you were here. I got mugs. I got mugs again. I swear to God, mugs.
Where's the money,
blanket? There's there's jackets. There's hats. There's gloves. There's backpacks. There's coolers. There's give me the money.
So, having worked in two different places, both of which I've worked almost 10 years. So McDonald's, I almost worked 10 years. I'm almost 10 years at my current place. And so McDonald's, their idea of employee appreciation, aside from the Christmas gift they would give you, that was always like some sort of bullshit ornament. Although I do love my Grimace ornament.
Right.
I can't hang it up because we have cats. We don't even put up a Christmas tree at this point because our cats are all so young, they're just going to fucking climb it. But yeah, their idea of employee appreciation was, aside from the pat on the back and good job, was, here, have this little punch card for free meals at McDonald's. It's like, bitch, I fucking work here. Do you really think I want to fucking... And it's only usable at the store you work at. That's even the best part.
Great. Oh, lovely.
Okay, so my mind went to, wouldn't you just make yourself a snack anyway?
Well, and the corporate,
without ringing it up,
the corporate stores, when you go on your lunch break, dinner break, whatever, your break for your shift, you're allowed one free meal. So you're gonna get a free meal on your shift. Why would I come in on my off time to get a free meal? I understand some people are in a position where that's actually a really good thing because, they're having a hard time financially. But for a good portion, your high school kids, I mean, okay, yeah, the high school kids probably enjoy the fuck out of that. Let's be honest. Because they'll eat anything in sight. But, for those people who are able to make ends meet easy enough, they are not going to eat at the place they work.
Yeah.
Outside of working hours. And then, at least where I'm at currently, the employee appreciation stuff is, arguably better compared to free meals from where you... I work at a bank, so you can't really get free meals at a bank. But, every so often they're like, oh, here's a $5 or $10 Starbucks gift card, or Big B, or... Cold Stone, or Chipotle. Yes, we got a Chipotle one.
Nice.
But our we actually had employee appreciation week that lasted for 2 weeks because we couldn't do our yearly employee meeting this year like they were planning. So we got this little box that had some lavender potpourri in it, a tea bag that, it's still wrapped and everything. And it was a variety. So, depending on what box you got a different tea. You got the $10 Chipotle gift card. You got a couple pieces of candy. You got one of those little Biscoff that was the best thing in the entire thing, if you ask me. And hot chocolate mix, and then a tiny bag of coffee. You got to satisfy the hot bean water people along with the hot leaf water people. That's why they did tea and coffee. and then a shit ton of blue confetti, like paper confetti. I'm like, I did not need this in my life.
I do really enjoy that. You're rambling off all of these things, and the only point where both of you go, is at the bread.
Biscoff.
Well, Biscoff isn't really bread. It's more of a cookie.
Understand, like, I found out you can buy those. Well, Nate found out you can buy those, like, by the sling in the grocery stores. So we always have Biscoff. Actually, I'm looking for, like, where my desk Biscoff is right now, Kurt. Like, where did it go?
Your desk off.
Biscoff.
Yes.
Yes. But, and then they do a raffle, which I've never won anything off of the raffle. Because we have like, I don't know. I want to say like 600 plus employees in the entire company. And even though they did drawings Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it was still only like 15 things a drawing. So we're talking 90. So like I had a 1 in 6, 1 in 7 chance of winning something. Yeah, I never fucking win. But it's always like gift cards or logo wear. And there's like the occasional, okay, you can have a vacuum, you can have an air fryer, you can like, one of each day was a bigger item, but it's like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great.
And any fun appreciation things for you, Simon?
I mean, generally in my work, my boss is really good. But then we got, like, the corporate shit, because we are, like, a licensed franchise thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at the end of 2020, they went, oh, yeah, you just be on the lookout, because there's a little extra something coming coming out to everyone that works in every store. Like, just a little goodie thing, just to show appreciation. It's a fucking wooden ball with a thumbs up emoji.
He's literally holding that up right now.
Oh, wow, you got ripped off.
Thank you. Thank you for a fantastic influence. No. Like, you did well.
Yeah.
In these challenging times.
Yeah.
I'd have thrown that right back
Great. Thank you. We have worked our asses off.
I would have been a life gives you lemons, you chuck those bitches kind of person. I would have chucked that mother.
Squeeze it in life's eyes.
Squeeze it in life's eyes. Oh my god.
Wow.
That's vicious.
Bitch ass giving me lemons.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
No, my boss is amazing throughout COVID, because we've been like horizontal with how busy it's been.
Yeah.
And obviously that means that we've earned a whole lot. Like, we sold a lot. And 3 times throughout these last 2 years, he's been sending an email out like, right, by the way, I'm throwing in an extra $2,000 this month as a bonus for everyone.
Oh.
$2,000 in dollars.
That's awesome.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And then the man went and bought me a bicycle.
He did. I know. I was like, you're like my boss. I was like, your boss? And I'm like,
my boss.
I'm like, we need the same boss, because like I feel like I don't have that level of love. They sent me for my 10 years at the Enterprise. They sent me an acrylic, plastic, clear 10, and then it says my name and the company in like 1980s font. Like that thing felt like it was worth $2 max. That's what shipping. And then they were like, here, like 6 months later, they're like, here, pick something out of a catalog that was like up to like maybe $100. And I was like, really? For 10 years? Okay. It's fine. I got my little JBL wireless speaker thing from it, so I use it every time I shower, and that's nice. But I would have thought, something nicer would have gone on. But I'm like, this is fine. I guess this is fine. But I'm just waiting now, like, please tell me we're going to get a bonus. Please. Because I'll tell you what, this thing cracks me up. It's like, fragile glass. That'd be this whole mug. And then there's this little stupid sheet on the inside here. And it's like, oh, we are stars. You see this stupid little shit?
Oh
my god.
That's like someone going, yeah, I bought you a star.
Yeah. And it's like, we exceeded our goals, and it took everyone across the Enterprise working together, and we did it. Please accept this token of appreciation for a job well done. Fill this mug with hot liquid and reveal the full picture. Thank you for proving that together we are stars. I cannot make this up.
Oh, that is so horrifying.
Yeah, and so it's a little color changing mug for us color changing bullshit. And I'm like, can you just give me the $5 for the mug wholesale? That should be fine.
Excuse me.
Like, can I just wholesale's probably like $1.50. Just give me that instead, because like printing this off and sending this out, I'm like, was it worth it? Okay. And they sent this to like thousands of people, and I'm like,
that's so nice. So nice of them.
Why? Because we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. Like, okay. Yeah, no,
everyone that gets that kind of shit is thinking it.
Yeah. But like the amount of like merch and stuff like that, like Cordy was saying, like the amount of like things that have like their name on, the labels on it, and the logos on it. I'm just like, I have so much stuff from that company. Like it's unreal. So, you know, it's yeah.
Meanwhile, I have my work shirts. And that's it. That's all I get from the company unless I steal it. Which I don't, for legal purposes. I have never stolen a notepad for personal use from my workplace. Never.
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 But other than that, yeah, no, it's the fucking good-ass bonuses for being there during COVID and doing my good shit. Like, he bought us burgers. Man's in Spain, as he should, because he is the boss. He should enjoy his free time.
Yeah.
Like, he is in Spain, and we sent him a picture of, like, look how fucking good the sales numbers was this month. Like, fuck yeah, dude! Not even that month, that week. Like, yeah! And he texts us going, you know, that's fucking great. Get lunch in the fucking store's, dime.
That's awesome.
And we just went and got fucking good burgers, dude. Like, yeah!
Yeah. Well, that being said, like, my current boss, my current manager, she's retiring soon-ish. You know, as soon as something comes through for her husband, she's given her 2 weeks and she's gonna be fucking gone. Like, legit gone. And at this point, she's made it abundantly clear that she is gonna spend a good portion of her retirement high.
Oh yes, I remember the conversation.
She's just like, man, I cannot wait till I can just go home and smoke. And everyone's like, but you smoke. You already smoke. And she's like, not cigarettes. No, but she's actually pretty cool. She's not the one in charge of the employee appreciation stuff. So we actually, every branch or department in our company gets like a yearly, here's money, do something with it for your employees. And most places are like, all right, so around Christmas time, we're going to go and we're going to order food in, or we're going to go out to a restaurant, depending on COVID or not. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be nice. We're going to spend our entire whole thing on that. We spend it on decorating our office and buying supplies for arts and crafts. And then whatever's left over by the end of the year, we'll order like food, but not like super expensive food, just food. So yeah.
Nice.
I didn't get a chance earlier to talk about management feedback, and even though that's not really feedback, that's our management's type of thing.
Style.
Yeah. So yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Food.
What? Food. Yes. It's probably around dinner time for you. Yes, Simon?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And he's been
I had
drinking.
a whole ass pastry.
Yeah, I know, right? You cracked it right when we started.
It was a legitimate beer, too. It wasn't like an energy drink or something.
Yeah.
I've had a whole ass pastry today. I am.
Oh, yeah. You are ready for some damn food.
Yeah, I'm ready to probably eat something besides coffee and antidepressants. So, yeah.
But before we feed our faces, let's feed our audience the winner of the caption contest for episode 3. Yeah. Because for those of you who don't know, and by the time this goes out, we may be done recording for the season, but we'll continue this into season 5. So for those of you who don't know, we've been taking screenshots every week that we record, posting the best ones on Twitter for captions. And we've gotten some good responses. And starting with episode 3, we've decided, you know what? The best one gets a mention. And this, for the best caption of the episode 3, goes to Grim Acres MI, Michigan, who happens to be my dad, but we all kind of came to a consensus that...
Rigged!
What?
Rigged!
Oh.
Rigged.
I heard rent, and I'm like...
I know.
What
I was
about
like, wait a
rent?
second. It's too damn high, sorry.
But we came to the consensus that, you know, his caption told a story among the four pictures. And he went 1, 2, 3, 4, told a story, and he mentions nips. He says nips. Yes. He doesn't say nipples. He says nips.
Nips.
Which is kind of our shorthand anyway. So, you know, congratulations, Grim. Thank you for that. Yay! Confetti! Cheers! But,
keep it up, folks.
Yeah, keep it up because we're loving that. You know, so we can't wait to see what you come up for this episode. Yeah.
Keep an eye out on Twitter.
Yes. Speaking of Twitter.
And share it. You can reach us on Twitter, Streamless Podcast. You can reach us at StreamlessP. You can also reach us via Gmail for streamlesspod@gmail.com. But if we had to find you lovelies individually offline, how can we find you, Cordy?
You can find me on the 3 Ts, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. TikTok's uploaded sporadically. At Cordelia Chase, CORDILIA Chase. Yeah.
Okay. Simon, what about you?
I'm on Twitter at WarriorsLazy. There's the link tree to all of my other stuff. And sometimes it's funny.
Only occasionally, though.
Mic drop. Okay, got you, fam.
You can also find random designs on merch for him.
Oh, God, yeah, you are quite a designer.
Yeah.
Keep that creative juice flowing. You got it. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter, Renegade G, RHENE, capital G on the N. And it'll link to everything else from there. So until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Jesus. I think that was our worst bye ever. Yep, we're done.